guys, it's Kate from Walk Chat Canner, and today I'm going to be doing a video on how to clean your saddle. A lot of people have actually requested this, so I figured I'd just go ahead and show you how I clean my saddle because the way that I do it isn't very time consuming and it's actually pretty simple. And my saddle is the bevel Gladstone, for anybody that was wondering. So yeah, let's get right into it. So for what you're going to need is obviously some sort of saddle soap. I'm going to be using Farnham's Leather New Foam, and I have a review of this on my channel, so you guys can go ahead and check that out if you want. Basically, I really love it and it's a really great product. And then you're going to need some sort of rag. This one's dirty, but some sort of rag or sponge. I prefer like a rag, but this is actually a sponge in a rag. You don't need that though, it really doesn't make any difference, but I just have this, so that's what I'm using. And then this is optional, but you're going to need a very stiff bristled brush. So just something like this. It says a wooden nail brush, but really just any stiff bristled brush. No, I'm not going to be like using this on the leather that's delicate. This is for your stirrups, and that will come in later, but this is optional, but I'm going to be using it in this video. So the first thing that I would recommend doing, if you don't already do this when you clean your saddle, is taking out your stirrup leathers. I know it's kind of a hassle and nobody really wants to do it, but you're putting so much pressure on this part of your stirrup leathers, and again, leather is fragile and it can stretch out and eventually it will break. So if you never take this out, it will keep wearing until one day you're just going to be riding along and boom, your stirrups pop off, and it's because you never take them out when you wash your saddle. And I'm guilty of that. That's why I'm like kind of stressing it, because I used to never do it, and then my trainer told me that I had to start doing that. So that's the first thing that I'm going to do. Okay, so now that my stirrup leathers are off, I'm going to be taking my Leather New Foam and just pumping it onto the seat. So I'm just working the foam in, and I do this first because it's really the most obvious part of the saddle, I feel. So it's nice to just kind of get this part out of the way, and then you can focus on the more dirty parts usually. Usually this part doesn't get as dirty. And make sure if you have a little metal piece in the front, that kind of collects dirt. So just do a couple little pumps right there and just work it in until the foam goes away. The really great thing about this Leather New Foam is that you don't need to rinse it off, so you're basically done in one step. So now I'm going to do either side of the saddle flaps. I'm going to do about 3 pumps, and make sure you get underneath here and like right here where the stirrup leathers lie, because that place can collect dirt as well. Also, getting under here where your stirrup leathers are and all around there is really important, because a lot of dirt collects in here. So now we've basically just done the surface, and you can already see how much dirt that has collected. So now we're going to do underneath the saddle flap by the billets and underneath them, and also if you have any blocks, either it's in the knee or calf, you're going to want to clean around those too. So I'm going to put up the billets and just work on this underneath part. Okay, so now we've done basically all the top parts of the saddle. So we're going to take your saddle and put it on the pommel or the front and lay it like this. And you're not going to have to spend a whole bunch of time underneath here, but just make sure you get away all the dust and debris that kind of can build up underneath your saddle. So just do a few pumps. Okay, so once your saddle is done, take your stirrup leathers and just untie them. They're going to have like the little kinks from where your stirrup lay and where they're attached. But then you're just going to go ahead and take your saddle soap, and I just kind of do it down the line like that, and I kind of like cup it and just clean off as much dirt as you can. And as you can see, it's off a lot. And just kind of go back and forth like this for both of them. Okay, so once you've done one of your stirrup leathers, go ahead and take your stirrup that goes on that leather. And I have the safety ones, and that's why it has like the rubber band that pops out. But take your hard brush, and I just use it to get off all the dirt that goes in between the ridges of the stirrup pads. And make sure you're doing this on a surface that you can easily wipe it up, because you're going to get a lot of dust. And I know this isn't the most important thing because your stirrup pads are going to get really dirty really fast again. But I don't know, I just think it's nice. As long as you're cleaning the rest of your saddle, you might as well do this too. So you're going to go ahead and take your stirrup leather again and just put it back through on the stirrup. This isn't like wet anymore, so have it meet the little crease, and then go ahead and attach this. And then just unattach your other stirrup leather and do the same process. So okay, so the next step is just to take your stirrup leathers and put them back on your saddle, which is pretty simple. You just slide them in the way that they were on. And then you flick up the metal safety switch. So that is it. Now your saddle is clean. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.